Hi, my name is Michelle Gellis. I'm an acupuncture physician and an author, and I want to thank the American Acupuncture Council for giving me this opportunity to speak to you about safety concerns when purchasing a microneedling device. So, there are a lot of microneedling devices out on the market now, and I'm not here to try to sell you one, but the American Acupuncture Council is an insurance agency, and so safety is very important to them, and it should be very important to us as practitioners, both the safety of our patients and our peace of mind when we are taking on a practice, whether it's acupuncture needling, or in this case, if we are doing microneedling. So the first thing you want to look at when you are considering purchasing a device and you're looking at safety features is the weight of the pen itself. And the reason why this is important, if you are doing a lot of microneedling, then if your pen is too heavy, your hand will get tired and you may not have the consistency across the face, neck, chest, hands, wherever you're going to be microneedling that you would have with a lighter device. Now, that said, you don't want to buy a product that is merely made out of aluminum, which is very lightweight, but it's not going to be durable. And then you can run into other problems with the product breaking or just not lasting very long. So, something that is aluminum and stainless steel will give you the durability and also the lightness that you are looking for. The next important thing when you're looking at safety in a device is how easy is it for it to use and to adjust. So there should be two adjustments on any microneedle pen. And the first one, which is also a safety feature, is the speed. So in this particular pen, the speed, which is indicated by these different numbers, is easily visible. And so you know exactly what speed the pen is operating at. Well, what does speed mean? Well, the speed is how quickly the needles go up and down. So if they're going too slowly, so we refer to this as RPMs. If it's going too slowly, it can actually tear at the skin. And so you don't want a pen that isn't at least 16,000 RPMs, with 18,000 being the kind of gold standard for professional microneedle devices. The next feature setting is if you look at the pen here, there's numbers on the pen, and these numbers indicate how deep the needles will penetrate into the skin. Professional microneedle devices typically will adjust from 0 to 2.5 millimeters. And usually, when you are using a microneedle pen, you're going to start out around 0.25. And you really, when you're working on the face, really don't want to go over 1.0 millimeters. The next important safety feature that we're looking at, so these numbers should be easy to read, even if you have like a protective sleeve over the pen, and it should be easy to adjust without any confusion about what number you're at. Next is the actual cartridges themselves, and the cartridges you purchased should be pre-sterilized, and um, this is usually done through a gas process, and the package itself should be sealed, it should be dated, and it should be easy to open. So peel them open, and the cartridge itself should not be a screw type. And the reason is screw type cartridges can pop off the pen. You want something that has a bayonet type, and you'll see this is a three-prong bayonet. You want a bayonet type, which when you put it into the pen, it will click on nice and tight, and you don't have to worry about the cartridge popping off. So another important feature of buying a professional pen should be some sort of anti-backflow technology. So let's break this down. What does that mean, anti-backflow technology? Well, the uh, prongs, when they go into the pen, should fit into, uh, sorry, my camera's reversed. So you can actually see right inside there, there are three little holes inside the pen, and there are three places where the pen connects, and then there are three holes. Let me do it this way. Let's see, trying to get the right light. You can see, almost see, there's three holes here on the cartridge itself. So these three prongs go into the hole inside the pen, and they fit like this, and then you push it on, and once it's connected, it stays connected. Also, the needles should be protected with a tip so that when you open the package up, if you put the cartridge down, the needles aren't exposed, but don't forget to take the tip off before you do your microneedling. And then as you adjust the pen, you can see the needles will come out over the top, just like that. You see that? So that's adjusted right now. I'm all the way out at 2.5, but you would never, so that's how deep those needles would be going into the skin. Um, Perhaps you could use that on a acne scar on the back or the chest, or stretch marks on a leg, but you would never have the needles out that far for working on the face. So we've talked about some of the actual safety features of a pen. So lightweight, easy to read, display, easy to read, and easily adjustable numbers. The cartridge pre-sterilized in individual packets, and good connection, no backflow, so that when you're microneedling, any serums that are on the face, you really shouldn't have any body fluids coming out, but any serums that are on the face do not go back into the pen itself. And lastly, your device should come with a couple of rechargeable batteries, and that way, if you're in the middle of microneedling and your battery dies, you have a backup. And just as an extra backup, should you have a really busy day and you forget to charge your batteries, or you just completely use up the batteries, both of them, having a cord that you can plug in. Sorry, mine is in a case. Um, Having a nice long cord that you can plug in to the same sort of um, instead of a battery, this would be something that shows you the speed and controls the pen, just like the battery does, except this plugs into the wall. And having a nice long cord so that if your treatment table is not anywhere near an outlet, you have plenty of room to work with. So, last but not least, having a good instruction manual, something that is also easy to read, very important. Having nice, pretty pictures and what each one of the parts does, and all the contraindications and precautions. And this will ensure that you don't uh, that you actually know what you're doing and what each one of the parts are for. So I just wanted to give you that quick overview on safety and kind of what to look for when you're purchasing a microneedle device. There are a lot of knockoff products and multifunctional devices that uh, maybe are not designed just to do microneedling, and I would caution you that these devices probably are not very good. If you try to do too much in one tool, you're not really going to be very good at any one thing. So if your pen has red light, or if your pen does microcurrent, it's not going to be as good as a dedicated red light device, or a dedicated microcurrent device, or as a dedicated microneedle pen. So, want to thank you again, and I look forward to speaking to you next time. I also will be talking a little bit about marketing, and so stay tuned for that. Thank you so much.